Hello everyone. It's been a while without a video. So today I want to make a video about this book, The Tiny Changes, Remarkable Results, Atomic Habit. So actually one of my friend recommended me this book. So I think it's around 2 months since I have started to read this book. So the thing is, so far this is the best book I have ever read. So I can describe this book as a self-help book. So people who don't have the discipline to sustain a habit, they can read this book. The content of this book is based on the lot of research results. So the author has is able to aid research into this book. So I think that is something I really like about this book. So just the main difference I see from this book is compared to other book is that when I read some other books, so it's really difficult for me to convince on the content because when I read 5-10 pages, the thoughts come to me like these are just authors thoughts, why I need to read these things. So this is a time waste. Even I can write these things, blah blah blah. Such thoughts come to my mind. So I give up on such books. But this book, since there are a lot of practical things author relates in this book, so it makes me interested on this book. So currently I have read 140 pages. So I'm not reading this book always. So just 2-3 pages per day. That habit itself came from this book. So the most important advice, I would say, advice I got from this book is it say don't trust the outcome, trust the process. So for example, when you are planning to get 3 A's, the A for a certain exam, so you study, then you get the A, then what next? So the grade is just I would say a letter. Is you have to trust the process. You have to trust the process you have when getting that A. So if you just only focus on the outcome after you achieving that goal, you have nothing to do with that. I mean, you get there. Now what? Now what you have to do? But if you trust the process of learning, if you understand that no, getting A is not my goal, but learning the subject is the thing I want to do in this subject. So that is how you make your progress. If you trust the process, even after the exam, the process is inside you. So the learning have become something in your daily routines. So you never stop learning. So you continue. So I mean that's the way we should think about this. So, so in these days, since I don't have a job, what I'm doing is, so after I woke up, the very first thing is I'm learning German language using Duolingo. I know that some of you have used different methods to learn language, but you know, so at the time I don't want to use any other things. Just simply I use this Duolingo. It's like kind of a game like thing. This so it is interesting. So I spent around 15 hours with 15 minutes with this app. Then next thing was reading this book. So I read 2 or 3 pages per day. Then after that I start my regular works. So actually a lot of things I have learned from this book. Habit stacking. So what I just talk was related to habit stacking. So the best thing, one of method that author introduced here is to sustain habit is habit stacking. See, to simply say what is habit stacking, there what you do is when you have to sustain a new habit, what you do is you stick that habit with another habit. So let's say you need to brush your teeth, but you are sometimes you miss that. So what you can do is just start taking your meal, you can brush your teeth because every day you take your dinner. No? So if you take dinner every day, what you can do is just after the taking the dinner, you can brush your teeth. So that likewise you take the dinner, you will brush your teeth. So that you can sustain brushing your teeth habit. So actually that was an example. So hope you have understood the message I wanted to transfer you. So habit stacking was one method. There are some other methods also. So yeah. So one thing I started doing since the date I started reading the book was that. So although this is just a book, I started to highlight the important sentence for me. I mean the sentence which are important for me. So that when I finish this book, I can refer those highlighted sentence so that I can remember the content, the important content for me. So, as example, it is about the cycle of endless refinement and continuous improvement. Ultimately, it is your commitment to the process that will determine your progress. Yeah, I think even with that 2 sentences, they are like a quote. You can understand what this book is about. I highly recommend. I highly recommend this book to someone. So, guys, I'm not that much fluent in English. This video channel is I decided to make videos with English. I'm Sinhala is my native language, but I thought that would be great if I can do this video in English. So yeah, So I think we have recorded. Yeah, that's all for today. That's all for today.